Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my life. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales without the overwhelm and without feeling like you have to post on every platform 3 to 5 times per day, because that is insane. I have been creating content since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, and how to strategically shop so that they did not have to pay full price for the things that they want, like, and need. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, my clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to start side hustles? Can you teach us how to start businesses? Because we need to make some money." And I was like, okay. And then my business coach at the time was like, "Hey, Crystal, can you come and coach my people? You're one of our star students." And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. Now, it wasn't my goal, it wasn't my intention, it wasn't my focus. I didn't seek out being a business coach, but out of a need to serve my clients and help my business coach out, I became a business coach. And I enjoyed it. For 3 years, I did both. Forward facing, I was your couponing girl. I was on the news over 20 times. I was helping hundreds of women save tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I was going to CVS, Walgreens, Target back then, Walmart, all the things, right? And then behind the scenes, I was running business coaching programs. My very first business coaching program was YouTube Channel on a Budget, where I helped a chunk of women start YouTube channels from scratch. Then I did Side Hustle on a Budget. I helped another chunk of women start brand new side hustles and businesses from scratch. And then I ran my Money Makers Academy, where I walked 15 women through the process of starting and growing their businesses. I think we were together for like 6 or 12 months, which was really awesome. And then I ran my Side Hustle Society, which was another group coaching program, again, helping women start and grow their businesses. And I was doing all of that behind the scenes while I had my money saving coaching. And it got to be hard. In 2023, my life was falling apart. There were so many things going on, and I felt torn in two directions. I didn't feel like I had one focus. I didn't feel like I had a clear identity and a clear like runway of like, this is what I'm doing, this is who I'm helping. So I said I need to pick. Hi, thank you so much for joining. So I was like, I need to pick one avenue. And I decided nothing bad happens when women make more money. So I said, you know what? Let's be the business coach, because it's so amazing that I can help somebody take an idea from their brain and turn it into a profitable business that they love. And that really excited me. That really lit a fire under me, that really made me excited, because when someone made an extra $500 or $1,000, that completely impacted their life in a good way. Like, they were no longer living paycheck to paycheck. They were able to put their kids in soccer and go on vacation and do all kinds of things because they had more money. So I said, I'm going to be a business coach. But it wasn't easy because my life fell apart in 2023. I was depressed for all of 2024. Pretty much all of 2024, I was depressed. So I wasn't able to build up my clientele and be a business coach the way in my mind. And earlier of 2023, I thought I was going to do that. It did not pan out the way that I thought. But what it did allow me to do, it allowed me to sit and think, right? And allowed me to figure out, like, what kind of business coach do I want to be? So towards the end of 2024, when I was finally coming out of my depression, I was like, what kind of business coach do you want to be? Like, how do you want to help people specifically? What do you do well? Because in the early parts of 2024, I was throwing spaghetti at the wall, see if it could stick, and it was sliding down. I'm from Baltimore, but I live in Central Florida. And it was sliding down. Nothing was sticking. I signed only a handful of clients at the beginning of 2024 because I didn't have any clear direction. I didn't have anything. Like, I was just doing anything. And one thing that is true, if you sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. I didn't have a clear focus. I was being an anything business coach to everybody, and I was helping them do all types of different things, right? So with that being said, I had to figure it out. So at the end of 2024, I sat with myself and I said, okay, what do I do well in my business? And what if I help my clients do really well in their business? The answer to that question was content. I am a content machine. I've posted over 2,000 YouTube videos across both of my platforms. I have posted hundreds of TikToks and Instagrams. I have gone live over 1,000 times. And from all of that content that I have created, I have been able to make a multiple six-figure business. And I was able to make over $400,000 all from my social media. When I look at my clients, the things that I help my clients with the most was their content. I help people start brand new Instagram pages. I help people start YouTube channels from scratch. I help my clients get sales by being consistent. Thank you so much for those likes. I help my clients get sales by being consistent. So I said, I need to focus on content. So at the end of 2024, I said, I'm going to focus on helping business owners with content. And I signed new clients every single month for like 6 months in a row. I was like, this is it. And then in 2025, I was like, I need to get even more specific. And I had been shying away from being a content coach that focuses on one platform. But in actuality, the best platform is YouTube. And I was like, it's not going to hurt me. Hey, Deborah, thank you so much for joining. It's not going to hurt me if I focus on YouTube. YouTube is a thing that has made me multiple six figures. Without my YouTube channel, I don't think I'm Chris the Maximizer. Without my YouTube channel, I don't have a business. Without my YouTube channel, I'm not the person that I am today. YouTube changed my life completely, right? And I put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, energy, effort, time into my YouTube channel. And now my second YouTube channel, that YouTube has been so pivotal for me. I decided that like I really want to help business owners who are using YouTube. Now I'm still going to help you with TikTok. I'm still going to help you with Instagram. I still got you on Facebook, because I've made money and gotten clients from every single platform. I've been paid directly from every single platform. I've made sales on every single platform. YouTube just holds like 90% of the pie, maybe 85. I'll say YouTube has 85% of the pie. And then TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook split that other 15%, and maybe 1% or 14%, maybe 1% is like referrals, people who know me, who shared a friend of a friend of a friend, who got me, clients or sales in that way, right? But without YouTube, I am not Chris the Maximizer. None of this is happening. So I said, I'm going to be a business coach that focuses on, I'm going to be a content coach that focuses on helping business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales, with YouTube being their main platform. And that's like a brand new, refreshed clarity. With that, I decided at the end of 2025 that I wanted to start a brand new membership, because I'm like, again, what has worked really well for me, my main program that I had for 5 years as a money savings couponing coach was a membership, the Money Saving Academy. And I made over 6 figures from that membership. And I helped hundreds of women and a couple of men save tens of thousands of dollars in that membership. I do memberships really, really well. So I created a brand new membership called the Content Cash Out membership. And that membership is for business owners who want to use social media as their main marketing platform and get more sales. They want to show up. They want to build an audience. They want to sell their products and services on social media, and they just need help. They need accountability. They need support. They need strategy. That's what the Content Cash Out membership is there for. So I just launched that at the beginning of January. We actually have a coaching call tonight where we're going to be talking about this topic even deeper. So tonight, I want to talk to you about planning your YouTube content for the month. One of my frameworks, one hill that I'm willing to die on every single day, one thing that reigns true. I 1000% believe that as a business owner, meaning you have a product or service that you are selling, you should be planning your content for 30 days at a time. Not a day, not a week, not 2 weeks. You should be sitting down and planning your content for a month at a time. As a business owner, your main goal is to make sales. Marketing builds your audience, builds your know, like, and trust factor, and it leads to sales. So your content is your marketing. That can't be your whole business. Your whole business, when you have a digital course to sell, when you have coaching to sell, when you have an ebook to sell, when you have lip gloss to sell, when you have shea butter to sell, your whole business cannot be posting 3 to 5 times per day. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. If this makes sense, tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram. Your whole business can't be posting content, because when you're running a business, you have systems behind the scene, you have fulfillment, you have customer service, you have sales, you have so many more things to do in your business, and not just content. Content makes up a nice chunk of my business, but it's not my whole business. I spent 3-4 hours today at Starbucks working, and I did not work on content at all. I vlogged, like I recorded myself, and that probably was only a total of like 10, 15 minutes tops that I recorded myself today. But I worked on a whole bunch of stuff in my business that has nothing to do with content, mostly client fulfillment, right? I really worked on my membership hard today and getting some things done on the back. And I created a brand new template for my clients that's going to help them plan their content for a month, right? So there's so much more that you do in your business than content. So planning your content for the month allows that marketing test to be done. I share with my clients, you should be spending 8 to 10 hours a month on your YouTube channel. That's 2 hours a week. If you're someone who's working even part-time and you're working 10 to 15 hours a week in your business, you're only spending 2 hours a week on content. Do you see that ratio? The rest of that's going to be client fulfillment. It's going to be back-end systems, writing emails, following up. You're going to be selling, right? Your business is made for you to make sales, not for you to just create content and post 3 to 5 times per day. So planning your content for the month is going to allow you to market your business appropriately, but also handle the day-to-day operations and systems of your business. So we're going to dig into how to plan your content for the month. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the process. And tonight in my Content Cash Out membership, right after this live, I am going to be giving my clients my brand new template, which I already shared with them via email and in our private Facebook group. And I'm going to be walking them through the process and basically holding their hand through this process. And when they leave the coaching call tonight, the idea is that they are ready to just go and record. And they're going to have all of their content recorded by January 31st so that it's ready for February. And then we're going to do the same process in February so that our content is ready for March. Okay. So let's dig into how to plan your content for a month. Now, I'm going to be using YouTube as the main platform. However, you can use this strategy for TikTok, for Instagram, for Facebook, for Threads, for LinkedIn, for Substack. You can use this to write podcast episodes. You can use this to write blog posts. If you are creating content and you want to plan it for a month, you can use this process no matter what your platform is and what type of content you're creating. I focus on my clients creating video content, okay? I am not a faceless coach. Face to camera, voice to camera, right? You've got to share about your business. So we're going to talk about planning your content for the month as a business owner on YouTube. But I'd love to know who's here. So let me know down in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and what is your business? Tell us in the comments, what is your business? What do you sell? I'd love to hear a little bit more about who's in the room. Thank you so much for the likes. So let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. So I'm in Central Florida. I live actually in Lake County, which is Orlando adjacent. We're not Orlando, but we are Orlando adjacent. And my business is content coaching. And like I said, I help business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I help them with accountability. I help them with support. Oh, look at you all up in my live. I help them with accountability. I help them with support. I help them most importantly with their content strategy. Okay. So let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. And we're talking about planning your YouTube content for the month. I was going to call you, but you on here yapping. I just started. And I have a coaching call right after this at 9. So I'm not going to be available until 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Make it 10:05. Okay, so the key to all of this is planning, right? The key to all of this is having a plan. So I'm going to break down what having a plan looks like to plan your content out for the month. You want to give yourself at least 2 weeks to do this. So it's January 20th right now. So if you start this process today, you can have all your content planned, recorded, some of it edited, and ready to start scheduling out the first week of February. Okay. So if you haven't been posting consistently right now, you can let January go and spend all of this time planning and preparing so that you can actually start posting in February, okay? I have clients who fall off the wagon all the time. They're like, oh, I'm behind. I'm like, it's okay. Take a deep breath. And instead of trying to quote unquote catch up, give yourself a break and allow yourself to get prepared for the next 30-day cycle that's coming up. And I do my 30 days like month to month. So first thing first, we are choosing one main platform. I have 5 platforms. I have 2 YouTube channels, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I only plan content for my business YouTube channel. It's Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. If you're not subscribed to that YouTube channel, what are you doing? Go subscribe. Okay. We're going to choose one main platform. We are not planning content for 50-11 platforms. We're planning for one. Now, if you can repurpose or you can reuse or readjust that content and post it on another platform, great. One example is I create YouTube shorts. I take my YouTube short and I post it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. It takes me an extra few minutes each day to just drop the video caption, drop the video caption, drop the video caption. It takes me like 5 to 10 minutes to do all of that, okay? The only reason why it takes closer to 10 minutes is because I have to leave each app open for it to upload. Even if I'm scheduling it, I have to leave the app open for it to upload, right? So it takes about 2 to 3 minutes on each platform. Cool. But we are only planning for one platform. If you are trying to post even once a day on 3 or 4 different platforms, you're spending so much time. We're choosing one main platform. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to be using YouTube as our platform. But no matter what your platform is, this strategy is going to work. So once you choose your platform, the next thing you need to do is choose your level of consistency. Okay. There's so many gurus out there that are going to tell you, you need to be posting 3 times a day. You need to be posting 5 times a day. You need to be posting at least once a day. People are going to say what they're going to say. Okay. Does posting 3 times a day help? Yes, in some cases. But does posting 3 times a day quantity help you when you're selling a product, a quality product? Not necessarily, right? If you're trying to be trendy and do all the trending sounds and trending audio and trending dancing, is that really attracting your ideal client? Maybe, but maybe not. So less is more. And as a business owner, it's suggested that you post around 3 to 5 times per week. And I'm going to give you some examples. If you're doing TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, you can post 3 to 5 reels / TikToks per week. If you're doing YouTube, 1 long form video per week, 2 to 3 shorts per week. That's like the best combination for YouTube right now. Okay. So that's about 4 videos a week. You can cut it back to 3 if you want to do 1 long form and 2 shorts, or 1 long form and 3 shorts. But that is the cadence. Now, if you are barely posting right now, pick 3 times a week. 3 times a week, that will give you 12 pieces of content for the month if you're doing Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. If you're doing YouTube, 1 long form and 2 shorts. Again, same thing, 12 pieces of content for the week. Simple. I'm doing a smoothie cleanse, y'all. I got to remember to drink the smoothie. So you are going to choose your level of consistency. If you're posting now 2 to 3 times per week, stick with 3. The thing is, you can always add more, but trying to reduce, it feels like, oh, I set this goal for myself and then I'm not achieving it. So it's better to do less. The bare minimum is 3 times per week. And then as your months go on, if you want to throw in extra content, you feel like recording something, absolutely don't hold back. But your planned out scheduled content 3 times a week. Don't overdo it. Do not overdo it, because if you're like, you know what, Chris, I want to do 5 times a week, that's 20 pieces of content a month. If right now you're only posting 5, to go from 5 to 20 is a big jump. 5 to 12 is a much shorter jump, right? 5 is almost about 2-ish times a week, right? But from 5 to 12 is a much better jump than from 5 to 20. So you decide your level of consistency. For the purposes of this video, we're going to do 1 long form YouTube video, meaning 8 to 10 minutes long, and we're going to do 3 shorts that are going to be somewhere between 1 to 2 minutes long, maybe 3 minutes for some of them. So now you know how many pieces of content you need. The next step is choosing your video topics. So for my YouTube channel, we're going to need 16 pieces of content. We need 16 pieces of content. But you want to know my secret? You choose one video topic or one core topic for each week. There's 4 weeks in a month. No matter what your platform is, we're going to do this. There's 4 weeks in a month. You're going to pick 4 video topics. 1, 2, 3, 4, one for each week. Where do you get video topics? I have a crap ton of videos on my YouTube channel. That's how to pick your topics, how to come up with content ideas. Very simply, questions that your clients ask, questions that you get on social media, questions that your competitors get, anything that your audience needs to know before they buy from you, connection content, which is your story, the what and the why of your business, the what and the why of your industry, the what and the why of your story, anything about your product. I mean, the sky is the limit when it comes to content topics. But to plan your content for the month, you only need 4 topics. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all. I know that sounds crazy, but you really only need 4 topics. And it's gonna blow your mind, okay? It's gonna blow your mind. 4 topics, 1 topic for each week. I highly suggest you do this electronically, so either in a Google Doc or a project management system like Airtable, Asana, Trello, etc. You're gonna pick 1 topic for each week, okay? Once you have your video topics, you need to outline them with 3 to 5 talking points. If it's a long form video, you need 5 talking points. If you're doing short form videos, somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes, 3 talking points is more than enough, but I've also done 5 in some of mine. Somewhere between 3 to 5 talking points. So for example, let me give you an OG example. How to start a YouTube channel. 5 topics. You need to come up with your niche. You need to come up with your name. You need to come up with your first month's worth of content, video ideas, right? You need your thumbnails. You need your description box. You need your channel assets, right? You need lighting. You need a microphone, and you can use your phone. Those would be that's a little bit more than 5. But if I was going to do a piece of content outline on how to start a YouTube channel, those are the 8 things that I would put in there as a core, right? So come up with 4 video topics and then give us the core 3 to 5 talking points for each video topic, okay? It works out a little bit better when you have closer to 5. It makes this process a little bit easier. So once you have your 4 topics and your very detailed outline, 3 to 5 talking points. I don't do scripts. I do talking points. Scripts feel a little bit robotic to me, and I'm clearly a yapper. So I feel like a script would have me in a chokehold, hello, Crystal. Today is too robotic. Talking points allows you to still be authentic, show your personality, and connect with your audience. And that's what you want to do. You want to connect with them so they can become a part of your audience, become a part of your community. And when they need their problem solved and you have the solution, you are at the top of mind. So don't be robotic with the script. Give yourself really detailed talking points. Now, once you have your detailed talking points for each video, you also need a call to action. Hey, D. You also need a call to action. The call to action means, what do you want your audience to do after they watch your piece of content? Do you want them to subscribe? Do you want them to follow you? Do you want them to join your email list? If you're in an active sales launch, how can they buy your products? How can they connect with you, right? Each piece of content needs a call to action. So for each week, what's your call to action? And you can change it up, but you need core calls to action, okay? So remember, we have those 4 talking points, but we need 16 pieces of content. And I'm going to give you the quick, fast version on how to turn 1 video topic into 4. Are you ready? So remember, the video topic was how to start a YouTube channel. So for your long form YouTube video number 1, your main video, you're literally going to record that video, how to start a YouTube channel, say everything in as much detail as you would like. Because it's a long form video, you want it to at least be 8 minutes. But for YouTube, you can go up to an hour. I mean, I wouldn't make it an hour. Try to keep it around 15 to 20 minutes, right? But that's your first video, your long form video, okay? Then you need to create 3 shorts. Are you with me? So the topic is how to start a YouTube channel. That's your long form video. It's done. For your first short, how to start a YouTube channel, the short version. So instead of giving all the nitty-gritty details that you gave in the long form video, maybe you give one detail, two details about each talking point. So you had 8 talking points over here. You just are going to, hey, if you want to start a YouTube channel, these are the things that you need to do. You need this equipment, and these are your core steps. You need this, 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 this. To learn in more detail and hear a more detailed process of this, please go check out my full-length YouTube video. I'm going to link it in the description box. That's short number 1. Short number 2 and 3, same thing. You are literally going to take a talking point from how to start a YouTube channel and make a video about it. So one of the talking points is use Canva to create your thumbnails. Your short could be, this is why I love using Canva to create my YouTube thumbnails. It allows me to do this, do this, do this. It has templates, blah, 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 blah. If you're interested in using Canva, I have a referral link in the description box. Next talking point. When you use a YouTube, when you're starting a YouTube video, these are the only 3 pieces of equipment that you need. That's a talking point. Remember, one of the talking points was you need lighting, you need microphone, and you need a smartphone device. You don't need a camera if you don't have one, but if you got a smartphone and you got a lighting and a microphone, you can start a YouTube channel. So this next video is, this is how you can start a YouTube channel with 3 pieces of equipment. You don't need the fancy camera. You don't need the fancy lighting. This is all you need. And this is how you can start a YouTube channel like tomorrow from the comfort of your home with your smartphone and just a lighting source and a microphone. That's your short number 3. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. You're going to take one content topic and you're going to stretch it out into 3 or 4 videos. Now, if Instagram is your jam, then you're going to make one Instagram on how to start a YouTube channel. You can do long form on Instagram too, but how to start a YouTube channel, a couple of minutes. And then again, take that first talking point, one of those talking points that's your favorite, make that reel number 2, another talking point, make that reel number 3. You've created 3 reels from how to start a YouTube channel. You can do this with any topic. Stop trying to think you need 15 or 20 different topics. Pick one topic per week and make all of your videos around it. If you're repeating yourself, you're doing it right. I had a question the other day like, is it okay to keep repeating myself? I've already said how to start a YouTube channel. Now I'm making a 3rd video about it. Yes, because I was teaching people how to coupon for years. Okay, I had people who were on my email list for years. And I would share things with them. 2 years later, they're like, I didn't know you had a community. I didn't know that you do this at CVS. I didn't know XYZ. And I'm like, I say this every time. How to start couponing? I would answer that question every single day. Every single day I would answer that question. How to start couponing, how to start couponing, how to start couponing. And you would think I said it yesterday. You would think I posted a video about it 2 weeks ago. But no. New people are finding you every day. And I want you to remember that for you, it feels repetitive. But even if one new person is finding you every single day, it's music to their ears. Maybe they've never heard this before. Maybe they've never heard it in your way before. Maybe you're the voice that clicks for them. So repeating yourself is good. So take that one video topic and turn it into 3. You can even stretch that up to 5 videos, okay? I've taken one topic and I've made 6 or 7 videos from one video topic because I've taken each one of my talking points and made it into a video as well. So you choose your video topics, you outline the 4 topics, and then you turn those into all of your content, okay? Make sure each video has a call to action. And then once all of your content is planned out and outlined and all 12 or 16 of your videos are decided, you are going to choose 1 to 2 days to record it all. Yep. Trying to record every day or every other day, or even for some people once a week, can be a lot. But if you are creating, I'm going to use Instagram for an example. If you're creating 3 reels a week, your reels are about 3 minutes long. That's literally only 36 minutes of content that you're going to be creating. Now, we have mess ups. You might want to change your shirt in between, whatever. So you need 90 minutes to sit down and do about 12 talking head videos. Now, if you're someone who's making a product, I suggest you take one day and spend 90 minutes creating your product. Show us the whole process from start to finish, record the whole process, and then break up those clips, right? Turn those into 12 mini little videos of everything you recorded. You can show the whole process in one, the beginning, the middle, the end, the shipping, the packaging. You can show us the whole process. And it's okay if you repeat clips, because remember, when you repeat, it's fine. But that story that you're telling, that's going to be different every time, even if we see a little bit of the same. So one day you're going to record and cut the clips. And then the second day, you're going to voice over and tell the stories, right? This is why I started this business. This is why I chose this ingredient. This is why this is the best platform to be on. Whatever those topics that you decided that you were going to talk about, you just use you packaging up your product as what's on the screen. Okay. So if you're doing talking head videos like me, I do talking head long form videos. I sit and actually on Thursday this week, I'm going to be recording my 8 videos for February. And then next week, I'm going to be recording my 8 videos for March. And then about a week or two after that, I'm going to be recording my 8 videos for April. Okay. I found that doing them in a smaller chunk is working better for me, because there's times where I've done like 15, 16 videos in one sitting. And I realize that exhausts me. So if I only have to do 8, it feels like so much less and it's so much easier for me. And the only reason why I'm doing them back to back is because I'm going to be gone for 2.5 months on the road, and I want all of my content recorded. Otherwise, when I get back, I'm just going to do 8 at a time, and it just feels so good. Okay. I suggest having 2 to 3 shirts. I typically record 3 to 4 videos per shirt. So if you're going to do 12 videos, have about 3 to 4 shirts. Every 3 to 4 videos, change your shirt and take pictures. You always want to take pictures, because if you're doing YouTube, that's for thumbnails. But for any other platform, you can use those for your stories. You can use those as cover photos. You can use them on your website. Just make sure you are taking pictures, because when you're all dressed up and all dolled up to record, it's the best time for you to take pictures. Okay. So those are my tips for helping you to plan your content for the month. And tonight in the Content Cash Out membership, I am walking my clients through this process and allowing them to come up with their content topics in real time, come up with their outlines in real time, and really make this work for them. So I'm super excited. So I'd love to know what questions you have about planning your content for the month. Are there any questions? One question I get is, how long does this process take? It takes a few hours. It'll probably take you an hour or so to choose your topics. It might even take you about an hour to do your talking points. So that's your first 2 hours planning your topics and your talking points. Your next 2 hours is going to be you actually recording the content. Your next 2 hours will be you actually editing your content. So I tell my clients to expect to spend about 8 to 10 hours a month working on your content. Then you're going to spend another 2 hours scheduling emails if you have an email list already, marketing your content that you posted. Okay. I get that question of like, how long does it take? Anybody have any other questions? Thank you. We are talking about planning your YouTube content for the month, or just planning your content for the month in general as a business owner. Okay. Okay, I don't see any other questions. And I do have my content cash out call right after this. And I'm crashing hard. Like, I just started this 10-day smoothie cleanse today. And I'm not hungry, but I am tired. Okay. Your girl is tired. So I will be live. Am I live again tomorrow? I think I am live again tomorrow, a little bit later, because Kenza got practice. If you have any questions about planning your content for the month, please go ahead and slide in my DMs at Kristen Maximizer on TikTok or Instagram. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate all of you that were here watching on YouTube. I see y'all. Thank you. And of course, my TikTokers, thank y'all so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to give myself a break before my next coaching call. Yeah. Bye.